Hello, everyone, and thank you for watching Shaw TV. My name is Bianca Jade, and right now I'm joined by Patrick Moore, who is right here in our community. Well, thank you so much for coming to Fort McMurray.
Oh, I've been here 3 times now, and I enjoy it every time.
Now, just listening to your talk right now on Leading the North, why do you think it was so important for someone like yourself to be part of today?
Well, I think it's important for people up here to know that some environmentalists understand what they're doing and support it. And, for me, the bottom line is the fact that every square inch of the oil sands development will eventually be reclaimed. It's the law, in fact. But I know the people working here, they don't resent that law. They like reclaiming the land after they finished getting the oil out of it. And of course, it causes disturbance to do that, like it does with so many things. But, I like to tell people, Edmonton isn't going to be reclaimed anytime soon. It's been converted from what the ecosystem was into human habitation, and it's probably going to remain that way for a long time and maybe even get bigger. But the oil sands is going to be put back to a boreal forest again. That is good enough for me. That's the bottom line as far as I'm concerned. I know there's a temporary disturbance that occurs, but really in geologic time, it's not even a blink in nature's eye. There's a lot of disturbances in nature that are caused by natural phenomena like huge wildfires and things like that, and volcanoes erupting. What's going on here at the oil sands is not the end of the earth like it's made out to be. It is just a development and disturbance for a short period of time, which is then going to be put back to a perfectly sustainable boreal forest again. We might even get a cut of timber off that land one of these days, just to freak out my old Greenpeace friends a little more. Because they just don't seem to like development of any kind. It's almost as if they're against everything these days. They're against fossil fuels, they're against nuclear energy, they're against hydroelectric dams. The only thing they seem to be in favor of is windmills and solar panels, which don't work most of the time and cost too much money. So I'm trying to provide a different perspective. When I left Greenpeace, because they were becoming too extremist and adopting positions that with a science background I could not defend, I set out to develop an environmental policy that was based on science and logic squarely and was not faking around with misinformation and sensationalism, and particularly with fear. So many of the campaigns, like the climate campaign and chemical campaigns, they're all based on fear, trying to make people afraid of their future. The campaign against using genetic science to modify our foods to make them more nutritious. They behave as though there's some invisible, really awful, bad Frankenstein thing inside these foods. There isn't. There's nothing bad in there. Every Academy of Science and every food nutritionist knows this. But they make this scare campaign as if using genetics to make our food better is somehow going to harm us, when in fact there's no possibility it will harm us and every possibility that it will be beneficial for us.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. It was really a pleasure having you in our community.
Thank you very much.